What does it mean to be rich? Maybe rich is less about reaching a magic number and more about discovering magic. Rich is being able to keep your loved ones close and also send them away. Rich is living life your way and having someone who can help you get there. The key to being rich is knowing what counts.
Contact Edward Jones Financial Advisor Sal Polis, 217-732-4001. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butter Burger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. The following is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln and online at merealty.com.
Good morning, sports fans. Welcome to the Cheap Seats on WLCN 96.3 FM, broadcasting live from Copper and Oak. You can listen to us on the go, download the Mixlr app, or watch our live stream on YouTube. Scott Kirby, Joe Ryan, Jake Johnston, Lloyd Kirby, Jim Ash this morning, and joining us now is the Lincoln Lady Railers head basketball coach, Corey Farmer. Good morning.
Good morning, guys.
The big dog.
Yeah. I've been an assistant for the last few years, but since Taylor's gone, I got the job.
You got the job. Now, who's helping you out this year?
I got Coach Brad Snyder and Cam Whiteman.
Nice. So, nice little crew right there.
Yeah, I got a good staff.
Yeah.
You think you can keep them under control?
I don't know, Coach Snyder. He can get fired up.
Well, that's what we need.
And Cam's young.
Yeah. He's done a great job though. They both really helped. Actually, they're running practice for me right now. So I already trust them that much.
To go ahead.
Yeah. I've coached with Brad for a while. He's been out West Lincoln for a while, but we had coached together for years. So we all came through Coach Al's system. So they know what they're doing.
Everybody knows how to do the same thing.
That's right.
There you go. Now you're replacing someone, or trying to replace someone that's won a state championship and done a pretty good job. Of course, you were on that staff then.
Yeah, those shoes aren't easy to fill. I'm just going to try and piggyback off what she did. Kind of build. She built the program for how was she there 12, 14 years somewhere in there,
time.
And I'm just trying to piggyback off what she did.
Are you going to put your own kind of spin on it? You know, you say you're going to piggyback off her. And I know you had a lot to say when you were assistant coach, and, you know, she always appreciated your input. Are you going to try to kind of put your spin on it, or are you just, you know, keeping it the same?
Yeah, I mean, I have my coaching's a little different from hers, so we do some things different. You know, it'll be a lot of the same, but with a little twist with some other stuff in there.
Mm-hmm. How's your team looking this year? You got some key returning starters from last year, and are you an older team, or do you got a lot of young kids that are going to plug in there and get them that varsity experience?
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of split in half. We got 4 returning starters, 4 seniors, so that helps.
I like that.
You know, last year we went in and we didn't really have any returners other than Piper, and you know, she was out for half the season. So, you know, we went in with no experience last year. So we got four returners, and then we got a good group of freshmen that came in. So, I mean, you're looking at, you know, upperclassmen with younger ones and kind of commingling together. So, you know, the experience is there. You know, the seniors, you know, I've coached them since 2nd grade. You know, I've been at every level with them. So, I mean, they know what to expect from me, so it's not a shock when.
That's very cool.
Yeah. So, you know, my daughter's in that group, so, you know, I started coaching. That was my first girls team I coached. It was Biddy Ball, 2nd grade at West Lincoln, and, you know, I was with them all the way till 8th grade, and then I got the opportunity to come out here and sort of followed them out here.
Yeah.
So this is your 4th year, I guess?
Yep.
Staff out the high school?
Yep, 4th year at the high school, yep.
Big jump going from grade school to high school?
Yeah. I mean, definitely. You know, you look at the grade school. Usually, a really good grade school team has 2 good players. You know, and you get to the varsity level here, I mean, they got 5 to 7, sometimes 8 good players. I mean, it's a big difference.
Well, you know, in grade school, you were working on fundamentals and, you know, trying to teach them the game of basketball, where when they get to high school, hopefully they have those fundamentals where you can start concentrating on the X's and O's and, you know, start implementing a system. So, I mean, that's a big change right there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, at junior high level, I mean, we rarely would run a play. You know, it was more, you know, like you said, fundamentals and the press and just making a layup, you know, but you get out here and you know, we're running 3 or 4 motion sets and, you know, we got a play sheet, a whole 20 plays that, you know, expect everybody to know in case we need a bucket.
Absolutely. First game coming up. I know you started practice a couple weeks ago, so now we're getting into game time. First game is what, Tuesday?
Tuesday night, yep.
Tuesday
up in
night?
Bloomington.
Wow.
Okay. Man, that's
right now.
We're here now.
Yeah, we're a couple days away.
Yeah, football playoffs are still going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, wham.
For some people.
Basketball. Well,
yeah.
You know what? 8 classes and 8 teams.
How's the conditioning coach? Are they prepped and ready for the year, or you'd like to work them a little bit more?
Yeah, we had Meet the Railers Thursday night, and I think that opened their eyes a little bit. You know, they got to running up and down the court in that 10-minute quarter, and I think they realized they were a bit out of shape. The first week we did quite a bit of running, and I felt like they were getting in shape, and then we got a couple girls nicked up towards the end of the week, and a couple missed practice, and we don't have a ton of kids.
Yeah.
So when they missed, the practice just, we couldn't get much done, so we did some skill work. But yesterday we picked it up in practice, and we're looking better now. But yeah, I only got 16 girls total, freshmen to senior. So you know, it's thin numbers.
Really?
Yeah.
So is I was going to ask this earlier, so yeah, it's kind of cyber jump a little bit. But do you share huddle, like football shares the huddle film of things? Like, can you watch teams that you're going to play?
And how many huddles do you have?
You share game film.
Share with other schools is what you're asking?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, on the way we usually handle it is you can request the film from another school. You know, say Southeast was playing Springfield, and I wanted Southeast film. I can request it from Springfield. You know, it's up to them if they want to share it or not, but it's not automatic.
So it's not a choice. It's not a choice, or it is their choice.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, it's not automatic. Like football.
Do they automatically do it there?
You just get them. It's all changed over the years, but I think they have to give you 3 or something, or the last 3 or something.
Yeah, I mean, Taylor used to handle the huddle a lot. I mean, she would upload the films and I would kind of break them down. So I'm in the learning process of figuring out how to, get films and kind of fix, the huddle does some of our stats, which it isn't perfect, but, I got to figure out how to kind of switch it and fix them so they're correct.
Yeah, it's nice to not have to do that, but I mean, in football, I know it's very valuable to, to break everything down. You can put them into running plays, passing plays, all this stuff, according to downs. You can do a lot of stuff.
Basketball, same way. I mean, I can get a film, I can watch the game from last year and say, I want to see all the out-of-bounds plays. You click one button and bang, you got all 12 of their out-of-bounds plays that were ran last year. So that it is, after they do the stats on it, it is a great breakdown of seeing what you want to see. You don't have to watch the whole film.
It's interesting, though, they don't have to.
Yeah.
So you make that on your buddy system, or do you make that off of, like sometimes there used to be, conference things, like if somebody wanted to come and watch, somebody from not in our conference wanted you to give them a conference game, you'd be like, well, no, that's our conference, we don't share.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's wild west.
Yeah, it's whoever, whoever you're friends with can get them to share your film, sometimes last year when we were scouting, I'd end up with 5 or 6 films on one team, and then next time I couldn't get any. Sometimes it's hard to get. Just depends on who you're asking, I guess.
Do you still send people to games? Like, go watch?
Like send to games?
Send them to go scout physically, like be there in person, or no? I just wonder.
I mean, if they're close, I'll try and get to watch them, but I got 2 younger kids playing, a daughter in cheerleading, so I mean, I'm all over the place. Getting to a game is not the easiest, so you can see a lot on the phone.
You've got a dad that's pretty freed up. Couldn't he be like your head scoutmaster and go to all those? Or
he's pretty busy too.
Get him on the payroll, send him out there. Yeah.
Have him do some scouting.
Yeah.
Now we'll have 2 farmers out there running around on basketball.
Yeah,
that's good.
We will. Yeah.
Well, we always have.
Well, we have, but you're right. I guess so. It's kind of different, though. You're being the head coach.
You're the head dog now.
Yeah, you get all the behind-the-scenes stuff. That stuff takes a lot more time than just showing up to coach.
Yeah, it's a year-round job,
Yeah, assistant coaches are the best jobs.
I know. I found that out.
You can just walk away and go, I don't know, head coach.
Yeah, go talk to her. That's not my problem.
A lot of that.
Yeah. So the season's among us, and it's a long season. So I mean, do you have any predictions on maybe how you're going to be this year early on?
I mean, I think we got a good team. But every team's going to go through ups and downs. I mean, we got our goals. I'd like to get to 20 wins. I'd like to compete at the top of the conference, and then obviously that goal is to win the regional and see what you can do after there. We have the potential to do it. That's there's no doubt about that. Whether we can get there or not, I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
What about, who are the conference favorites? Are they out there yet, you think?
Yeah, I mean, Glenwood won the conference last year. They didn't lose a ton from last year. So, I mean, they're at the top of the conference. We return a lot. Springfield's got a good squad. And MacArthur, those are the top ones for me in the conference that I see.
You said you had 4 returning starters. You want to throw their names out there?
Yeah, we got Mia.
Put you on the spot.
Yeah. Well, I hope I don't forget any.
I know.
I'm kidding. We got Mia Clark, Lily Holmes, Grace Schneider, and Mason McLeod.
Okay. Oh, cool. So you got to plug in one there.
Yeah. We've been running with Gray Gilbert has been playing the other position. And then, we're fairly deep. I know we only got 16 kids total, but we are fairly deep this year, which helps out.
And that was going to be my next question, Coach. You got 16 kids total on the whole program. Are you going to be able to compete freshman level and JV level? I mean, you're getting kind of thin right there.
Yeah, we're spread thin. The one positive about it is there's playing time for every kid.
Yeah.
And we had a parent meeting after the Meet the Railers, and that was my main thing was, because we got such small kids, I got 3 teams. There's playing time on one of the teams for every kid on the program. So
that's good.
Everyone's going to get to play at some level, So am I concerned about it? Yes. I mean, I have one already nicked up that's been out for a week. So, I'm down to 15. It's going to spread us then. Who knows what'll happen? But.
It's going to affect your practice time too, because if you got freshmen at a freshman game, you don't have those kids to practice with your varsity, so that's going to be kind of a challenge as well.
It is. We haven't got to that point yet, but we do foresee that on the future when they got to go to a game. We're going to lose half team. And we're going to be stuck with 6 or 7 kids that are at practice, which is going to be hard to run an actual practice at that point.
Right.
So.
Well, maybe you said this, I'm old and forget things. How many of those 16 are freshmen?
Let's see.
Is that where it's dropping, or is it
well, my junior class, I have 3, and my sophomore class, I have 3. So they're pretty thin classes.
So you got 6 freshmen?
Yeah, 6 freshmen, okay. I think. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and so, we're trying to do some things to get more kids interested. We're going to try and do and now there's only 3 junior high girls teams in town. You got West Lincoln, you got the junior high, and then you got Chester East, Carroll, New Holland, Zion, Hartsburg. They're all combined to one. So we're going to try and do a night at one of our games for each school and get all the girls basketball players from biddy ball up to the 8th grade in the door at our games. I'd like them to meet the kids. I'd like them to see the locker room. Just get some interest going to try and get more kids, and other things that we've done. I have 2 younger girls. They play junior railers out there at the rec. One plays Y ball. I try and at least help coach with their team. And one of the things I always tell the other person I'm coaching with is when, they go to draft the kids, I want kids from other schools. I like the kids at West Lincoln. I coach the biddy ball out there. I help with there too. But I already have my hands on them. I want some kids from the other schools so I can build a relationship with them so when they get to high school, they'll play.
Right.
Yeah, 100%.
It's a matter of just getting in the hallways and, recruiting these kids young and, keep them interested in basketball so they stick it out through high school. But yeah, it's a challenge in all sports these days. You don't get the numbers like you did back in the day where you'd have 20-30 kids come out and you have to try out and cut people.
There's no freshman A, B team anymore. There's just, do we even have a freshman team?
Right.
I have made an effort to go. I've seen all the junior high teams play this season. I went to Lincoln Junior High game. I've been to a couple of Chester East ones, and my daughter plays at West Lincoln, so I get to as many of those as I can. But I'm trying to make an effort to get there the way the kids see that I want them to play for me.
Right, absolutely.
I think it's important to get those the girls out to see those little kids too, because I think at that point in time in your life when you're young, you idolize those varsity basketball players or football players or whatever they are, to get them out there to encourage them to come out, this and that.
Yeah, and I'm hopeful that being around the kids on the team, the younger kids at the junior highs, will spark interest and make them want to at least try out and play.
Right.
It's crazy, we've talked about it with other sports as well, and it's really run the gamut in high school. It's getting more and more difficult to get the kids out to play, and in my opinion, what you're saying, you've got to get into those younger sports and get them more interested right off the get, just to keep them focused to where they're rolling over for another year. It's just getting so difficult nowadays, and I don't envy you as a coach, but I'm glad to hear that you're actually talking about doing that. It's a big deal to be out there in the community as the head coach.
Yeah, I've tried to get as many things as I can, and I can't pinpoint what the cause is. I think a lot of it's travel. A lot of travel, volleyball travel, basketball travel, softball. I mean, that stuff's year round. And a lot of them are making you play. You can't miss those things, the travel things, or you don't get to be on the team. And it's putting kids in a tough situation.
And parents.
Yeah, and but I don't know. I'm trying to find ways to try and get the younger ones in. Whether this way way works or not. Maybe I have to find something else. But, you know, I'm going to try and do my part to get as many kids as I can.
Well, you might have to open up the checkbook and do a little NIL and, you know, do it that way.
Well, Neil was on last week talking about how he's doing it, so that's what we were just
paying.
Oh, yeah. Maybe I'll dip into his fund.
Yeah, there's a lot in there.
Yeah.
Is your is it conference wide as far as the girls that are out? You know, I mean, are they all struggling with numbers, or do you know?
You know, most of the programs coaches that I talk to, it's the same thing. You know, it's in girls basketball, it's pretty thin in girls basketball across. Now, you know,
I wonder why that is.
I don't know.
It boomed like for so long.
You know, and the success that we've had, you know, you would have thought that
for sure
we'd have big classes, but you know, even the 8th grade class right now, you know, West Lincoln has 0. No, there's no 8th grade girls that play basketball. I know junior high has some, and Chester East has some, but West Lincoln doesn't have any. You know, but you know, when you get down to about the 5th grade class, it really starts to take off. Now, those kids were a lot younger when we had that run to state, but I don't know. You know, some classes are just ginormous, and the other ones are tiny.
So do you think, I mean, I hear this, you know, the chatter and all this, do you think the travel, and in any sport, is now becoming more important than the actual high school, which we all thought the travel was going to help your high school team, and now I know in larger communities, it's like that would be, they would rather do travel than be on the high school team.
Yeah.
It's replacing high school sports?
I don't know.
That's deep, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
that is deep.
I really don't know. I mean, it looks that way at times, you know, because, you know, some kids value that travel over playing on a high school team, you know, but I really don't know, you know.
Yeah, see, I'm old school. I'm more, it's about your high school.
Yeah.
But are we being aged out, you know, it's not?
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same way. You know, when I have a kid that wants to go play travel, I'm like, well, this is should be your main priority. You know, I mean, but I don't know. In my opinion, a lot comes down to the money on that. You know, I mean, that's a money maker that the AAU programs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
But you know, it's that's incredible that there's the low numbers.
Yeah.
16, I would have never thought that.
Yeah, I was hoping I'd have a few more, but it is what it is. So we use what we got.
Use what you got, and they can't complain about playing time.
That's right.
Because there's going to be a lot of it.
Yep.
Which helps as the head coach.
That's right. I told him, I was like, I don't need anyone coming to complain about playing time, because there's 3 teams. There's plenty of playing time for everybody.
For sure. Yeah.
You're well, you know what? Good luck to you, Coach. I mean, the numbers you struggle, but you know you could build that. I guess you got to try to build that. Hurts no 8th graders playing at WLB this year.
Yeah, but you know,
I mean, I say looking into next year.
Yeah,
that's
but there's kids at the junior high, and there's kids at Chester East, and you know, it's a good opportunity for those kids to come in and know that they're going to get to play.
Right.
You know, and I want to convey that to those kids. You know, when I get them in the building, is, you know, there's same thing I just said. There's 3 teams. You know, so we had 16 kids. We're going to lose 4 of them. You know, there's plenty of room for playing time. You know, so come out. You know, it's not going to be where you're just going to sit the bench the entire time. You're going to get your chances to play.
Question on that. I mean, as well as you know, West Lincoln Broadwell, there's no 8th graders on the team. Does that mean there's 8th graders that aren't playing that you're like, maybe I can, once they get to high school, maybe I can get them a little more motivated?
That class doesn't, I think they might only have 3 or 4 girls in the entire class. So I think they had one play when she was in 5th grade, and you know, she was just involved in other stuff and decided not to play. So that class is just really small of girls at West Lincoln. But like I said, there's some at the other schools
around town, like what we said with the volleyball and everything else, having the clubs and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of kids that don't play just because my club says I don't have time. You know, and you see that with not only volleyball, but
big
softball.
Softball.
Softball's big too, and you know, I wonder how many kids that are transitioning from grade school to high school that, you know, maybe they gave up on basketball a few years ago would be like, you know, maybe I should try that in high school. You know, your high school experience with sports is just so much different. You know,
You just don't see those 3-sport athletes as often as you did back in the day. You know, even back when you played, you know, everybody, you know, you played football, baseball, basketball, or soccer, volleyball, basketball. And you just don't see that these days. They kind of pick one sport and stick with it. And, those 3-sport athletes, those are the ones that, really help out a team just because they're athletic and, but.
Well, it's been a few years ago, but I remember some of the larger schools complaining about, they went to these 7-on-7 things for football, and the wide receiver from this school, these guys, the 7-on-7 coach was recruiting kids from different schools, and now they weren't spending the summer with their high school football team preparing. They were going to win 7-on-7 championships with all these other, upper level athletes, and it took away from those guys being able to get their high school team ready. So
which really kind of defeated the whole purpose of 7-on-7. You get your team out there and practice together, and it's a shame, but hopefully you can get in there and get these girls excited again about basketball and improve your numbers, because man, you can't get in any foul trouble this year.
No foul trouble, no injuries. When we had the
whoa on the fouls, huh?
Yeah.
Let them make the layup.
Yeah, that's right. Just let them go in there. We don't have anyone to sub in.
No.
So we could get real thin pretty quickly, but. Like I said, it is what it is, and we're going to do our best, and we'll have them ready to go Tuesday night.
Yeah, I mean, you got a great staff, very knowledgeable about basketball. Schneider's been doing it for a while. Cam Whiteman, he was at Miami for a while, and I think he was at Quincy, and now he's back in Lincoln.
Yep. I think he works at BSN, and he was a big get for me. I got lucky to scoop him up.
Great kid, for sure.
Yeah, and he's done a really good job for us. He's been a big help.
Talked to him up at the arcade yesterday, and he was excited.
Yeah,
I mean, good to see him in town.
Absolutely,
yeah, he's a good kid.
Yep.
We had a few calls in, and they were wanting to know, since you were on, really who is the best farmer basketball player, and I'm including your dad in this because I used to watch your dad play, and he could play. And then,
took a couple elbows
Bird
from
thinks
dad.
He's good.
Yeah, I know he thinks a lot of things.
And I was trying to get him on the horn here, but
he's not answering his phone.
I've had no reply since I texted those guys, so they're not going to call in. So it might be for another show. We'll have to calculate that out and see who is the best farmer basketball player.
So who's going to decide that?
Well, we don't know. We're just going to argue about it.
Argue it.
We're trying to get Bird on the line just to argue.
Get your dad in here, and I'm sure he's going to say he is. He's probably the toughest, isn't he? He's pretty brutal, from what Bryson tells me. Do you guys still do your pickup games?
I don't have time for any of that anymore. I mean, I barely have time to get home. We're game to game to game. I mean, today I go from here to practice to a game in Deer Creek, and then back, and we're all over the place. And you got 3 kids playing basketball. So
I wasn't a basketball player, but I always tell this story. I wasn't one, and then you graduate high school, and they'd had these pickup games over in Beeson at different places, and then we popped over there. We have next game or whatever, and then the winners stay on and pop out, and then somebody that's kind of running the show, it wasn't me, went out and said, hey, you got him, you got him, you got him. And I remember they gave me your dad, said, you got Brett. I said, okay. Holy cow, I was just turning around and looking at people and going, hey, man, this dude never stops running. I said, I can't follow him around everywhere. Someone else has got to guard him. He's everywhere. Time out. Go over here and taking a break.
Time out in a pickup game, huh? Yeah.
Somebody else chased that guy around.
Oh, Joe.
Funny stuff. Well, the farmers always had it. They're always on the move.
That's how you keep them guessing.
That's right.
Well, we've got you coming on all winter long, so we'll start that debate, and we'll probably have to have Bird on also at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, my answer, so you don't need to ask me.
That's why we started it today.
We're going to get 3 different answers.
Yeah, we may have to have Brett set in, too.
Yeah. You're going to have to find somebody to get the final word, because my answer every time.
Well, Coach, good luck this year. First year, learning things and stuff to figure out, but there's no doubt in my mind that you'll get it all figured out and get these girls rolling and, have a successful season.
Well, thank you guys for having me, and we appreciate everything.
Absolutely. All right, let's take a commercial break. We come back, we'll have more here on the Cheap Seats, WLCN 96.3 FM.
What does it mean to be rich? Maybe rich is less about reaching a magic number and more about discovering magic. Rich is being able to keep your loved ones close and also send them away. Rich is living life your way and having someone who can help you get there. The key to being rich is knowing what counts.
Contact Edward Jones Financial Advisor Sal Polis, 217-732-4001. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 20.
Worried about your friend but don't know how to reach out?
You could say how are you or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR. It's so good. If you think you should check in, yeah, you should. Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health.
Whatever gets you talking.
Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
This is Taryn Stolzenberg from the 2024 Lady Railer State Champion Basketball Team, and you're listening to Cheap Seats on WLCN.
Joe wants to bring us back. Welcome back to the Cheap Seats, WLCN 96.3 FM. Corey Farmer, head basketball coach for the Lady Railers. This guy's work cut out for him this year.
He's got his hands full out there.
16 young ladies total. I mean, usually you see that just varsity level.
One injured.
And, yeah.
Oof. And then you have all the other stuff that comes along, you know, with student athletes.
Yeah.
So,
yes.
You know,
interesting.
Obviously, he's excited. You know, he's at the Realm right now. Yeah. He's in control, and
he's got good assistants.
Got a good staff. You know, he knows basketball. He knows how to adjust. So they're going to be just fine. He's just going to maybe have to change some things up a little bit. You can't necessarily be as aggressive as you want to be, because if you got 6 or 7 girls on the bench, 2 or 3 subs, you get into foul trouble.
You're in trouble.
You're in trouble. You know, and he talked about some injuries as well. So, you know, he's got a good staff. So, you know, it's going to be a challenge, but they'll get through it.
I'd heard J-Mac has tried to make practices out there just to get his weight thrown around.
Yeah.
J-Mac's lost weight.
It's a lot.
He's looking good. You know,
he's made a big move here recently.
Mm-hmm.
So
how good? Yeah. How good? You know, J-Mac probably could call in today. Tell us about the Irish.
Oh,
are they playing today?
Big game for them today.
Who they got today?
I believe it's Pitt. At Pitt.
That's a big game for them?
Yeah, well, they're both ranked, and I can see Notre Dame dropping this one and dropping out of the championship.
I think so.
Oh, J-Mac is.
Whoa,
if he's listening,
J-Mac.
He's going to.
You heard it here.
He's going to go tear up some furniture at your place.
He doesn't seem like a very bright
he
guy.
acts like he's going to do something with furniture, but
yeah, probably not.
Yeah, boys basketball started last week. You know, we got the Thanksgiving tournament coming up, so we'll get Coach Al on. I don't know what our schedule's going to be the next couple of weeks. With the girls have a game next Saturday at 10 o'clock, so Jim's thinking about maybe just taking the week off or cutting the show short for
following week's Thanksgiving.
And then following week is Thanksgiving. So
Jim just stare at us.
He's like, yeah, we're shutting it down. I don't want to do it.
He just stares at us.
I ain't dealing with these jokers.
Yeah. But we'll have a post-show meeting, and
we're having
discuss things
at Copper and Oak.
Yeah, Copper and Oak.
Mm-hmm. May just do shots and figure it out.
Shots. Yep. First one to fall gets to make the last one standing.
Yeah.
Gets to make the call. So,
how were the boys' basketball numbers? Do you know?
I don't.
I didn't realize it had actually started, but I guess it have to.
Where you been, Joe?
I'm still in football season.
Oh, yeah. Got some football going on today. Do we have any local guys still moving up?
Nope, they're all eliminated.
So, man, I know Chatham last Saturday, pretty close at halftime with East St. Louis, and then second half East St. Louis just turned it on and ended up winning 56-14, or I don't know. It wasn't good.
Well, they put a running clock on them. I got to tell you that, East St. Louis to be in 6A football is just unfair.
Yeah. And the ranking that they got, and that's a bad matchup for Glenwood in the second round, because the 3 losses that East St. Louis had were against nationally ranked teams.
Yes.
That's a tough draw for Glenwood with that, but, you got to beat the best to be the best. So,
and hopefully, what could really add some excitement around Lincoln football will be if the IHSA passes this rule. They're hoping, I don't know when that voting thing is. I believe it's after the state tournament, but it will be effective next year, is what I understand. Is that they're going to allow, right now 32 teams from each class, can think of the word there, make the tournament, and they're going to expand it to 48. And if they do that, 4 and 5 teams will get in the playoffs. And, Lincoln has that shot every year to be 4 and 5 and get in the playoffs, which adds excitement to everything.
Yeah.
I think it's an excellent idea because football is the only sport that not everyone gets in the state championships. You have to qualify.
Right.
So, I think it'd be a good thing.
Playoffs.
The playoffs.
We're talking about playoffs. Not practice.
No, there's not just practice. You don't know anything about practice. You know what I mean? I know that.
We're all so far removed from that.
Oh, you're wrong. There is a big game today, Joe.
Who?
SHG at Rochester. Joel Vincent just reminded us.
Do you know that once I said that, I was like, well, we could go back and talk about SHG Rochester, but I did think about it once I'd said it. I was
and then you forgot.
Yeah.
A matter of seconds.
Wanted to get over to it. It's later on today, isn't it? I looked at the time earlier in the week.
And you can't get over to it?
No, I might get there, but I was going to say it's later than this afternoon, which is going to be a good afternoon to watch football.
Game,
But it's over at Rochester, and that place will be ram jammed.
Oh yeah, they're tailgating right now.
Yeah, it's probably already waiting in line to get in there.
Yeah, you're not going.
No, probably not.
No,
but SHG played right with them, so it should be a great football game.
Yeah.
Well, he's running off on us.
Yeah, he's got an important phone call.
Let's talk Illinois basketball because I went over to the game.
You went over Illinois number 14, Texas Tech number 11. You were at the game, Joe. Tell us your thoughts.
I thought Illinois looked very, very good. I had a good seat I had a great seat where I could watch. When you're watching on TV, obviously, you're seeing what they're showing you, but I was just watching all the other stuff away from the ball, and this and that, and it's very good. I think Illinois got a good basketball team.
They do, and
I'm not going to try to say any names, but number 2. Throw that name out because you practice. You're real good at it.
Oh, Andrei Stojakovic.
You know what? He's a ton.
You remember his dad?
Yeah.
Peja. He's been at the games.
He's a ton.
But yeah, that was
that guy was a stud back in the day.
Yeah, Stojakovic. That was his second game playing this year. He's been out with an injury. He played a little bit against who did they play right before? Texas Tech. I can't think.
Midwest Cupcakes.
Yes. It looked a little rusty out there, but against Texas Tech, man, he looked good, and he gets to the basket well.
Was that Florida team?
He does get to the basket. Yeah. Was it Florida Gulf Coast?
Oh yeah, Florida. Yeah, there you go, Florida Gulf Coast.
I tell you what, the thing that's very impressive about him is the fact that he's very quick and gets around, handles the ball well, but even when he got into the mess of everything going on in the paint, he would somehow always adjusted himself to have a shot. Now, he had a few blocked, but he was always got that separation, and he got a shot off, and a lot of them went in.
Yeah.
He had 25 points.
And Illinois, they're deep. We got 3 guys hurt right now that could start on any team in the college basketball. Okay. Tommy Ifasic, his brother's doing well right now.
Look at you throw
and then
very impressed.
Milo Petrovic.
Yep. How would I argue with you?
And then, here's Brandon Lee.
Okay, that's the one I'm always going to talk about. When you ask me questions, it'll be about Brandon Lee.
So those 3 guys right now are hurt, haven't seen any time lately, and what you have now
playing.
Sit? Yeah, it's going to be tough for that staff to get their guys their minutes, but any given night, somebody can step up and play. And
what's interesting about this team is you look at how deep they are, but it's so often with the Illini, you get down to where you need a big shot, and the last few years it's been 1 or 2 guys. This guy's going to, this guy's going to take it, or this guy's going to take it. And part of the time, they didn't end up being real good shots. This team, I'm pretty sure you could call the guy at the end of the bench, have him come in, and he'll knock down a big shot at the drop of a hat. I mean, there's no all these kids on this team seem like they're all assassins. They're ready to shoot the ball the moment they touch it.
And you've got 2 freshmen out there that I'm really impressed with, is David Mrkovic and
how is that kid a freshman? He looks like he's like
he's just a
like a 28-year-old.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think he's only 18 years old.
And they kind of scoot in on his face, and you're like, he doesn't look like that big of a guy. Then they widen out. It's like, man, his shoulders are wider than everybody else on this team.
He's a big dude, and
kid.
he can handle the ball. And he went coast to coast last night, got the rebound, took it all the way down, just barreled his way through there, and got the bucket. But
he likes contact.
Yeah, and it's good. And the other one, Wagler, the freshman guard, he's been really impressive too early on. They were talking last night that he's a one and done, but I'd like to see him stick around for another year or two, because he's going to get bigger and stronger, and he's very impressive. So yeah, Illinois, they have some opportunities this year, and a good chance to be a very, very good team, and it's exciting. And Joe got to see it firsthand. I get the picture from Joe that he's here. I'm up there looking. Well, he moved. He had to come down and sit in the handicap section because of his knee. He cried to the ushers.
I can see that. Yep.
And he's like, "Ma'am, my knee hurts. Can I sit down here?"
I'm telling you right now, I went down there and said, Jeff Alexander, and they just gave me stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
They gave me a T-shirt and a pair of sneakers.
But let him back into the little area where they have the food set up.
Yeah, I got something to eat.
The Joe Riley hospitality room. Did you get you some chicken wings?
I got wings. I mean, it was a perfect evening.
Maybe a sausage biscuit.
They picked me up in a golf cart, took me back to the truck, and it was nice. It was very nice.
Yeah, very accommodating.
It was. Gosh, the atmosphere was awesome. I mean, the band's awesome. Yeah. Everybody, the crowd, it was very
that was their biggest
fun.
Test of the year. We were up 13.5, and Texas Tech came back and, made it a game, tied it up. I think they even went ahead. Mm-hmm. And, credit to Illinois, they stuck with it. And, if you could have stopped Toppin, I think he had, 35 points?
Yeah, Toppin was
he's a beast. He's making, I guess, $4 million. So he earned it that
probably
night.
about right.
Yeah, he earned it that night. But, you look at these teams, and our size is what really stood out to me. We're just so big. And if we can get that, we're going to have a size advantage more times than not, during the season. And, they do a good job of utilizing their size and getting to the basket. And, we can hit the three, too. Last night we weren't hitting it as much, but you have to adjust, change your game plan. And Illinois did that second half and able to pull away.
The other thing, you hang around at halftime and, you miss Chief Lina. Are they still fighting that or not?
Nah, I think that's you're beating a dead horse right there.
Yeah,
I don't ever see that coming back.
Which is funny because there's organizations around there's a group right now of Native Americans trying to get the Redskins back on the helmets in Washington. The problem is when you take all that stuff away, you're kind of negating history.
Yeah,
and that's kind of Chief Illiniwek. I mean, he wasn't a mass guy. He was a symbol, and a simple symbol of what Illinois was at one point. And it's too bad we don't have that to have that conversation anymore.
Yeah, but it came that time and they played the song. It was like,
oh yeah,
nothing out there. You should have went out there and started doing it.
Could I have been arrested?
Could you have done it? Is the big.
No, I'm telling you right now, they were
went out there and went like this.
They were hauling him off on a stretcher. Yeah. That knee was not going to make it.
I tried to crunch down on those seats and just went, no, there's no way I can do that.
Interesting fact from Mr. Joel Vinson. Last night, Mrkovic became the first Illinois player to have 20 points and 20 rebounds in a game since what year, Joe?
1994.
Nope.
No, it wasn't that long ago.
No, it was quite a while ago.
Was it really?
Yeah. 87. Nope. Try again. You weren't even around. I wasn't even around.
No.
No, I wasn't around.
Oh, you were around. You were probably a senior in college.
So the big guy from Illinois a couple years ago didn't do it. What was his name?
Kofi?
Yeah, Kofi Kingston.
No.
Uwe. Forgot about Uwe.
20 points and 20 rebounds back in 1972. I don't know who it was. Joel probably
Joel,
does.
you didn't throw the name at us? Hold on. Maybe it's a quiz for us.
Wait for it.
I'm going to throw it out to you here, too.
You know, they said it on air last night, and I can't remember who it was.
How good?
We actually saw Scott down there in his seats, but they have little dining tables, and I don't know would you have you had some type of fillet, or I don't know if it was lobster or fillet down there, and a little waiter and stuff. It was
that is false.
Kind of nice
That's
down there.
False.
I don't even know how you get down there. Like,
I just walk.
Well, I was gonna say there's no. Yeah, it was all just.
You have to take an elevator, and no, you're. I wish that'd be nice.
Fun time, man. I have to say it was a good time.
Good atmosphere, you know, and it's only going to even get better. You know, last night wasn't much of a game. I mean, it was, but it wasn't. You know, I watched it on TV. Got to get the Big Ten Plus to watch it last night, and horrible broadcasting. You know,
I've heard that.
It's not worth $20 a month.
Well, I was looking. I was like,
it is if you want to watch Illinois.
Well, there's only, I think that was their last game on Big Ten Plus.
Then we don't need
so I canceled it right afterwards, and you know.
Yeah, I was looking for it, and with my streaming, it didn't have it, so I was like, what else can I watch? Well, Nebraska volleyball was playing.
Oh,
so turned on there, and they finally dropped a set, or dropped a
game.
A set or a match?
I don't know. You're the volleyball guy.
They got three. No, I'm not. That's the thing. My daughter didn't really play volleyball. But they got the 3 sets in a match, and they dropped their first set in about 20 games, I believe.
Really?
Yeah.
Impressive.
So
Didn't they just play Illinois not too long ago?
Oh, yeah. It was, well, they kind of did. It was.
I want
It was over in about 5 minutes.
Was it?
I mean, it wasn't much.
Quit smiling.
No, I mean, hey.
Oh, look at him.
You know what? With Nebraska volleyball, it is. They are very good, and they are loaded.
Loaded. And girls, or they get loaded before they go out.
I mean, either way, they're just going to dominate the game. Well, the one from Italy or Greece, I'm sorry, she's 6'4", I think, and hands about as big as Joe's face. I mean,
it's a big hand.
Big hands.
And ugly hands.
And very talented young lady. And then, you know, they have 2 of the best players in the country as well, with Harper and can't think of the other gal's name.
Joel knows it. Joel, what's the other girl's name?
But anyways, I mean, they are fun to watch, and I watched that a little bit, and had to switch over.
Weatherspoon.
Nick Weatherspoon. That is Jim's call. How good.
Tell you what, Jimmy, you've won a prize.
Yep,
you get to spend
a McDonald's cheeseburger.
You get to spend the day with one of us. Now, which one will it be? Yeah, gotcha. That's exactly right.
I thought for sure he was going to go with Lloyd because they spend so much time together already, but
yeah.
Good choice.
Good choice.
Hey, I don't want to jump on you guys, but before we get off the air, let's talk a little bit about your Chicago Bears.
Well, before we do, let's take another quick break.
Let's take a quick break.
All right, we'll be back on the cheap seat.
What does it mean to be rich? Maybe rich is less about reaching a magic number and more about discovering magic. Rich is being able to keep your loved ones close and also send them away. Rich is living life your way and having someone who can help you get there. The key to being rich is knowing what counts.
Contact Edward Jones Financial Advisor Sal Polis, 217-732-4001. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 20.
This is Greg Olszewski, and you're listening to Cheap Seats with Joe, Jake, and Sabadoo on 96.3 FM WLCN.
And if you don't know by now, that's the Chicago Bears.
How are they doing this year?
They're doing good. 6-3.
And exciting.
Yes, exciting, frustrating. It's like a roller coaster.
Hold on. Maybe you did, because I think you predicted they'd win 14 or 15 games. But the rest of us thought, I mean, I'm looking at them like you're getting 5-4 like the Cardinals. Man, they're 6-3. 6-3.
They've
got a tough schedule ahead of them.
I mean, they're right on cue to go exactly where Scotty was going.
Yeah, we're
14-3 for the end of the year.
I've been watching them. I think they're fun.
They're fun, but they've also the wins they've had are against teams that aren't playing even 500.
But you have to win those games.
You have to win those games. Years past, not winning those games.
Yeah.
They're the fourth quarter heart attacks. You're losing to the Giants 20-10, under 10 minutes to go in the game. You're thinking, well, there's a loss, and then they find a way to win. Obviously, you have to have some help from the other team, which cost him his job.
His job is going anyway.
Yeah, but they're setting at 6-3. Vikings tomorrow. We still, that defense. Our defense just isn't good. It's luckily our offense. They're not good, but hopefully they can figure some things out.
In Minnesota tomorrow, aren't they? Aren't they in Minnesota?
Yeah, and the thing that and they lead the league in turnovers. Defensive getting the turnovers, but we just can't stop anybody, and it's frustrating. Fortunately for the Bears, Jackson Dart went out hurt, and they brought in Old Man Wilson, who couldn't really do anything, so that helped us out.
Wilson from the Dairy Queen commercials. Wilson. That's before your time.
Yeah.
I tell you what, yeah, he's done.
The world.
Yeah.
Wilson! I'll tell you what, that's for some of the old timers.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, he's done.
Was that in black and white?
Probably so. You know, not new age like you guys. All computer savvy and, you know, you're texting, TikToking, all that stuff you guys do.
Yeah.
You're a talker, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You find out a lot of stuff, a lot of recipes. How to
is that what you're doing
how to
on
fix
there?
things.
I agree with the recipe thing.
A lot of good recipes on there. And you save them to your phone thinking, I'm going to make this, and you never do.
Well, let me tell you, this year I've been making them.
You've been making them?
I've been making a whole bunch of them.
Hey, but he doesn't have any time to make up a magenta for us.
No, he doesn't have the magenta.
But he's TikToking recipes.
Listen, you don't have
I haven't made them
off. You can just keep them in your phone.
Yeah, and then you scroll it, and then you make it. Some of that stuff.
It's a time soaker. You guys got to get away.
I tell you what.
It's the gift that keeps on giving the whole year.
I've got
Hey, that's coming up. We're going to watch
a
that.
fried steak recipe I'm going to do tomorrow.
I saw your ribs. Those look pretty good.
The ribs turned out real good.
How good?
Real good.
Jim missed it. That's
no,
Jim,
they were.
Jim's clocked out.
He's over there.
That's the first time I've ever smoked anything, and they turned out real well.
That is not what we hear.
Hold on a second. Could you repeat that? What? It's the first
That was
time
the
what?
First time.
That you've what?
Smoked it.
Smoked something, I think you said.
That's pretty funny, as we will drug test and the show's over with.
Really?
Yeah.
We will.
First time
That's
you've ever
awkward. That's not in my
smoked anything.
contract.
Well, I think the boss just rolled up, Joe, so we
what that
probably
means.
should end the show because you have a list of to-dos.
What's the little scissor thing mean?
Cut. All right, we're going to thank Coach Farmer for coming in and talking to us today about Lady Railer basketball. We'll have him on throughout the year and see how the Lady Railers are doing. They start their season Tuesday.
We'll start calling him the Sweet
it
16.
will be on WLCN. You can listen to all the live action with Jay Harden. And who's his partner this year?
Lloyd.
All right.
They just roll different people into it. Roll different people into it.
Thanks for tuning in to the Cheap Seats, WLCN 96.3 FM.
Good day.
This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com. This program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCN